If you are given the opportunity as a non-American to vote in the presidential election that is coming up, who will you vote for? Is it Donald Trump or Kamala Harris? As a non-citizen, if you ask me, the answer is straightforward. I would rather vote for Kamala Harris. And I have my reasons for that. I will not be voting for Kamala Harris just because she's a black person. Well, that is even an argument out there. But I'll be voting for her because I see in her a breath of fresh air. And I think the entire world will like her. And if she's liked, it will improve the influence of America in the world. I will vote for Kamala Harris if I am given the opportunity, because I see in her an intelligent woman, beautiful and full of life. Thirdly, I have always been an advocate of women in power. I have this strong belief that if women rule the world in political offices, we will do better. Just like the last Chancellor of Germany, a woman of substance. I mean, her tenure was free of scandals. And then he moved Germany forward in so many ways. I think it's high time America gets her first female president. That to me would be a breath of fresh air. It is always men who go to war, men and our arrogance. It is time to see a difference. If we say America is the largest democracy in the world, then America needs to prove to us that they give equal opportunities to gender. Kamala should be given that opportunity because she's intelligent, she's beautiful, she's full of life. I just have this strong belief that she's going to do well. So, overall, I will vote for Kamala Harris. I will not vote for Donald Trump. And I have my reasons. I will not vote for Donald Trump because, first of all, I see him as a racist. Ever before he became the president of America for his first tenure, I saw that in him. The testimonies of some of his family members about him, I believe them. His character, his vulgar language. I mean, he speaks in a way that is unprecedented. A way that is not common of an American president. He hits me like a man who is not well brought up. Like a man who is morally bankrupt. And the president of a country should not be morally bankrupt. The president of a country should not speak anyhow. For the first time, I had a president who called the American election fraudulent. He accused the American politicians of rigging elections. I mean, that in those days, that used to come from third world countries. To me, he brought the American democracy to disrepute. Yes, he brought that largest democracy in the world to disrepute. That was what he did. He brought America down. We look forward to American democracy. So for one to unnecessarily accuse that democracy of fraud, of rigging, unfounded allegations, come on, that was not it. Then it was the election interference and the insurrection. I just didn't like the man. I don't like him because I feel he doesn't like me as a black man. I feel he doesn't like African countries. He called us shithole countries. A president of another country called us shithole countries. Come on, that is vulgar language. Why will I vote for a man like that? Why? We are not shithole countries. It shows lack of respect for the sovereignty of another man. Such disrespect should not come from the number one citizen of a country. I don't know why Americans love Donald Trump. There must be something in those who love him that motivates them to love him. There was the interference, there was the insurrection. He has been accused of criminal behavior. He has been indicted and charged to court. Yet, those people continue to believe in him. Then I begin to ask, does it mean this generation no longer knows what are the qualities of a good president? Character is very, very important. You don't vote a man who speaks vulgar language as a president. A man who utterly disrespects people. A man who challenges journalists openly. Well, sometimes it's good to go against that which is conventional, but it mustn't be in the negative. Now, you have a man who is avoiding debates. He chooses which media debate he will attend and the one not to attend. In those days, that could only be heard from third world leaders of third world countries, who often end up as dictators. Candidates who avoid certain media houses, avoid certain debates, can never be good leaders. Because you are coming into office to be the president of the entire country. When you begin to segregate, I will not attend this media house, I will attend this one, it means you are coming with divide and rule tactics. To be a president means everybody is a citizen. You are to rule over everybody. You are to rule over your enemies and your friends alike. And right from the time of your campaign, it should be seen in you. If you have no skeletons in your cupboard, if you have nothing to hide, there's no reason whatsoever that you should be avoiding certain debates. Oh, they are terrible there. Oh, they will mess you. They will paint you black before the people. But you will be there to defend yourself if they try to paint you black. So why will you avoid interviews? Why will you avoid the debates that you and your opponent will appear in? So I do not like that about Donald Trump. Leaders who do that in Africa often end up as dictators. I don't like Donald Trump because he's a friend of dictators. He seems to be cool with Putin. He seems to be cool with the president of North Korea. Those terrible characters. Show me his friends and I will tell you who he is. He's cool with them. And then you say you want to make America great again? Is America no longer great? America is already great. Biggest military, biggest economy. A land of so many innovations and talents. America is big. America is a reference country in the world. So America is great. To make our America greater, I think America has only one competitor, and that is China. To make America greater is for America to improve in its innovations, scientific innovations. That's the only competition. You don't make America great by isolating America from the world. You don't make America great by refusing to partner with WHO anymore. You don't make America great by disregarding global causes like global warming, climate change. You cannot make America great by placing unwarranted travel bans on countries like Tanzania, Sudan, and Nigeria. Because you feel terrorism comes from those countries. Imagine Nigeria, most educated immigrants in America, with their nationals doing great jobs in America, contributing immensely to the economy of that country. And then Donald Trump called us shithole countries, and he placed travel ban on Nigeria. And he said it's because of terrorism. That is assuming that everyone who comes from these countries is a terrorist. Such blanket view and prejudice of other countries is unprecedented. Terrorism is a criminal offense that can be dealt with by law enforcement agents. The best you can do is to identify the terrorists and go after them. You don't place travel ban on an entire country. Thank God when Biden came to power, you saw the recognition he gave to well-deserved recognition he gave to Nigerians and Africans. That is how to make America great again. I don't see the greatness of America in the hands of Donald Trump. We love America so well in this part of the world. Donald Trump, when he was in power, the current AFDB president, Akinwumi Adesina, in his second term bid in that office, allegations came from nowhere, from some faceless staff of his accusing him of corruption. Donald Trump stood his grounds that Adesina will not become the president of AFDB for the second time, just because America is a large shareholder of AFDB. He was alone. He asked for investigation. The case was investigated. Akinwumi Adesina was found to be innocent. And then Trump said no, he disregarded the report. And he kept on insisting on an independent investigation to investigate unfounded rumors. The same Donald Trump did not support the appointment of Okonjo Iweala, a Nigerian, who is currently the Director General of the World Trade Organization. And you want me to vote for such a man? He doesn't like Africa. And you know what Nigeria is. No racist will like Nigeria. Because we are the largest black nation in the world. So we represent black Africans all over the world. We are a #1 nation because of our size. We are a #1 nation. So any man who could dislike Nigeria, dislike Africa, dislike blacks. So if I have my way to choose between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, I will choose Kamala Harris 10 times. She's a breath of fresh air. She will be loved all over the world. And such love will bring great fortunes to America. I don't even believe in his moral values. I see his religious values rather. You know, I don't trust what politicians do at the eve of their elections. Oh, you suddenly become a born-again Christian, talking about Christian values and all that. No. If I must respect you as a Christian, then your Christianity must stand the test of time. You don't wake up overnight and you become a very good Christian. Yes, Christian values like say no to abortion, LGBT and all that. Good values, but that is not enough. That is not enough. You must have the character, a presidential character. You must respect human beings. You don't display act of narcissism or narcissism. What do they call it? You must be seen to be a gentleman in power. So, Donald Trump is not my candidate. If I were to vote in the American election as a non-citizen, I'd rather vote for Kamala Harris. Thank you.